up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, honey, to talk about R&B divas, queens of R&B, whatever it's called. I'm so glad that this is the second to the last episode. I'm so glad the next episode is the last episode. I honestly think that this wasn't a good idea. I think the response, the division, the viewing audience, how they've turned on musical artists that they've respected over the years, the way that people are coming at Lily, the things that Tiny and Candy are saying, the things that Coco and them are saying, it just seems like it wasn't the best idea to do this show. And it's really sad. It's really sad. I see the amount of disrespect that Lily is getting, and I'm just like, damn, a month and a half ago, y'all loved SWV, and now you all are Team Xscape and Team SWV, and just really like divided. And I don't think that was the intention of the show, which is really unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? And all the other drama. Shout out to the content creators that do a story for every single piece of information that comes out. I know y'all tired. And I know y'all are excited that it's about to come to an end, because honestly, it has really been really sad. My stomach is growling. It's really been sad and unfortunate. I just look at the comments and I'm just like, damn, y'all disrespecting these people that you had respect for a few weeks ago before this show came out. Y'all loved SWV, y'all loved Xscape, and now y'all disrespecting the people behind the music. I don't know. It's just really sad. And then all this stuff going on with Tasha and her weird ass husband, and it's just really sad. It's just really unfortunate, and I am actually happy that it's coming to an end. I really am, and I hope that there is no season two. I really hope there is no season two, and it just is like it's just really sad. It's just really sad. So we start off with Tasha is happy that they finally signed the deal, and Tiny says it later that Candy and her really didn't need to do this show. They really don't need to tour with Xscape, and that they feel like, well, Candy mostly felt like Tasha was using them to become relevant again in order to make herself, a commodity in order to get a deal with Motown Gospel. And so she got her deal. And, I agree with Candy. I believe that she did use them. And then we'll get to the later. So Tamika shows up to the studio. Rocky says something to her. She doesn't speak. She kind of like looks off to the side, because, I've just accused you both of stealing money from me. And I believe that they took money. I believe that they took money from her. I really do. And it's sad. It's just the whole situation is sad. And it's like, the details of these people's lives. This is the part that, we probably didn't even really need to know. And the fact that we know these people, and now this woman who's supposed to be a quote unquote mistress is coming out. Lady, go back into private citizenship. We don't need to know you. We don't know you. We don't know you. Like, it's so annoying. Just everything surrounding. It's like, it's not even, it's like the show was it supposed to be divisive? Was it supposed to be enjoyable? Were we supposed to see these two groups that we loved growing up come together and do a show with an understanding? Yeah, egos get involved. That's with everybody, right? But everything else surrounding this show is just like, what for? Like, honestly, it's ridiculous. So Tamika shares with Tasha that she had a conversation with the mom, and she apologized, which she should not have. I don't believe, because she didn't do anything wrong. And then Tasha says something like, everybody has to be accountable. And she's like, yeah, you too. And she's like, I said everybody. And she says, you know, because people say things. And she's like, yeah, people say things, but we're not holding on to those things. Yeah, you're not holding on to them because you're the one that's doing you're being accused of something. So no, you're not going to hold on to it. You want everybody to get over it, right? And they mentioned their dad leaving again, and how they got through that, you know, the struggles of their father leaving them or whatever. The next scene, they have dancer auditions. They say who was the worst dancer. I think it said that Lily was the worst dancer of SWV, and Taj was the best dancer. And then out of Xscape, Tamika Scott is the best dancer. And of course, Kandi is the worst dancer. Kandi, I don't know. Kandi, remember when they on Real Housewives of Atlanta, they were doing something, they were dancing. I was like, Kandi cannot dance. She said she knows she can't dance. She knows she can't dance. But that was funny. They did the auditions. You know, they picked the people who they wanted, and those were the people they chose. So SWV goes out to lunch. Taj is asking Lily about her book, and she was saying how hard it is to write erotica, and that you have to have a really good imagination. And then they get on Xscape telling them that they're not relevant based on the amount of followers that they have. Now, that can go both ways. It really can, because you can have a lot of followers, and if those people are not engaging with your content and clicking on your content and then clicking on another link, and that link takes them to something that they buy, that person is useless. That follower is useless to you. If they're not producing engagement and then that translating into a cha-ching, then it means nothing. So you can have 1 million followers, you can have 16 million followers, and everybody knows the ratio is only about 20% of, if all of your followers, everybody who has followers, only 20% of those followers are active. 80% of them are not. And that's just Google it. Okay. So yes, you can have a lot of followers and it can look like you have, but do you have engagement? Are people interested in what you're saying, or they're just following you because they like you and not really engaging, or not even really active on the app to see what you're posting? They just follow you, right? And are you engaging with your comments? It's a lot. And yes, it can translate into dollars, but a lot of the times it doesn't. Like I said, 20%. Google it. 20%. She says we're a well-oiled machine before they even got back together. And then they talked about how they wanted to end the show. Did they want to end it with understanding, or did they want to end it with weak? Weak is the more popular song, but Xscape doesn't want to. Of course, neither one of them want the other one to end with the show. I feel like, I don't know, maybe they could do a mix or something like that. I don't know how they would do it, but you know, maybe they could do something like that to where they can end the show. If Weak is the more popular song to this day, then I think you should end with the most popular song. Let Xscape end with Understanding, and then SWV come out with Weak, and then maybe Xscape joins with SWV in singing Weak, and they all come out together or whatever. Like, there has to be, I don't know, there has to be some compromise. We'll see how it goes. Zonique comes over Tiny's house. They talked about going to having an Orlando show, and how it was really, really good and really, 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 really spectacular. They said they don't know if they can count on Tasha to do the show, even though she's been coming for sound check. They don't know if they can count on her to do the show. They cut out the part, and this is what I said last night when they were, I think it was on Neighborhood Talk or Hollywood Unlocked, but Zonique is in the comments trying to get somebody from SWV together. But baby, they cut out the part where you said SWV had more hits than Xscape. They cut that part out. I'm sure Candy or Tiny had something to do with that. Like, don't put that in there. But they did show it on the preview. She said it. So I'm saying, whatever happened to that while you over here trying to cuss out Lily? And like, how do you have respect for these as musical artists and then you want to cuss them out because they are making points? They're making points. And you even said, Zonique, yourself, that SWV had more hits than Xscape. And that's just a fact. It's a fact. Like, and I don't understand why everybody is like not going according to the facts. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. Anyways, and that's where Candy was telling Tiny that, we don't need this. And it's really, once she gets relevancy, she's going to give us her ass to kiss. And that's exactly what she did. And she was right. That's what Tiny said. She was right. Lily goes to the dog groomer with her sister. She talks about how, it's hard, single mother, raising your kids and working and being gone all the time. She said they need to meet with Candy to go over Tiny to go over the costume design. And the producer asked, would you be caught dead in anything Xscape wears? And she said, maybe dead. Xscape, they are grown and sexy, as Tiny describes, and we're grown women. We want to come out looking like ice skating champions. That's how they want to come out. SWV, they're from New York. We're coming out flat shoes. We're singing. It's not about what we have on, even though I think what they have on is cute. It's very 90s. 90s style is coming back. If SWV wants to look like their comfortable selves and be on stage comfortable so they can do what they do, and that's sing sisters with voices, then they can do that. If Xscape wants to look like they are, soul divas on ice, then that's what they want to come out and look like. I don't particularly care for what Xscape be having on. I think they'd be looking crazy. There was a picture that they had where they had on like almost like sherbet colors, and like Tiny had on this like blue. I think Candy had on pink. No. Tasha had on like a hot pink. Candy had on maybe a green or something like that. That was like a really pretty picture to me. I thought that was really pretty. But yeah, if they want to dress like that, child, with their titties out and everything like that, let them dress like that. That's how they want to look. They be looking stuffed. That's how they want to look. I would prefer the more comfortable flat shoes. If I want to wear leather overalls, honey, because we dancing, because we got like a lot of up-tempo songs. They are dressed like they're in the boudoir because they got a lot of begging ass love songs. And that's just what it is. They doing Valentine's Day, right? We out here in the summer jam, right? With SWV, with the up-tempo songs. Boy, did you know you're telling me that you love me. They dancing, right? And the other one, they begging. So that's how it is. She said they look like Apollonia, right? Because they in their lingerie. Because they singing them love songs like that. Even though SWV got the love songs, but it's the up-tempo songs. And that's what keeps the party going. And that's why when Coco and them was going over that set list, she was like, girl, I'm asleep with these slow songs. I'm sorry. That's how I feel too. Like I said, in my playlist, SWV comes up before. I've never asked anybody who knows me. I've never been the begging R&B girl. I've been an up tempo. I like the up tempo songs when anybody who is R&B that comes out, they have an up tempo song. I like that song better than the other slow begging songs. I'm not a love song type of girl. Never been, ever. I'm like, oh, these love songs, child, get out of here with these. I can't stand it. That's how I've always been like that. So if that's what they want to wear, then that's what they want to wear. Lily said she wouldn't be caught dead in it. It dead. That's it. So Candy and Coco meet with Steven for the set list. Steven needs to know what the set list is so that he can create the backdrops to change according to what songs are coming on. So that's why he's there. Coco was like, why is he here? Because he needs to know what song is next so he could design what's happening in the back. She said it's real slow and sleepy. It is. Girl, I'm sleep. Like, girl, I'm sleep. Even though like we could do this, We could do all of this, with the lighters in the air, with our phones in the air or whatever. But when SWV come on, we partying. And don't let them bring out Method Man and Redman, honey. Child, that's what the fuck that's the kind of show I want to see, okay? Anyway, so they get into, a disagreement about what should they end with, understanding or weak. I say they end with the most popular song. What I need from you is understand. I don't want to end with that. I get so weak and then I can hardly speak. I don't know. Like I said, I think they should end with understanding and then weak. Just end with the most popular song, okay? That's how I feel. Anyway, so they go Tiny and Candy. That's when they were talking about their costumes. The girls doing the SWV does a 90s style. We dress like grown women. And she says, what if they say we're not budging? Then she said there won't be no show. There just won't be no show. So they're on their way. They're on their way to go to the costumes. Taj and Coco are in a car, and Jalen's in the back seat. And Jalen lets us know that he is going back to school. He's going to go back to school. You see Coco in the front. She was all happy. Yeah, you need to go back to school. How long is dentist school? Is that like 6 years or something like that? Go to school, get it done with. In 6 years, you'll be how old? 25? How is it? He's 19? Yeah, 25. Girl, you got your whole life ahead of you, and you a DDS, and now you want to do your singing career. You got your whole life. So shout out to Jalen for making that decision to go back to school. When they were talking, that was so funny to me when they were at lunch and they were talking about how to end the show with weak or understanding, and then Lily said, "Get the fuck out of here." Lily, like, they are New York chicks. Like, girl, no, what are y'all talking about? We not doing we want to get the crowd pumped. We have our slow songs, but we gonna bring them up. We gonna do like this, go down with a slow song, but we coming back up with an up tempo song. Xscape don't have no up tempo songs, do they? What song they have up tempo where they showed Tasha, not Tasha, Tamika when she was pregnant and they were dancing. They got maybe one or two up tempo songs, but everything else is a love begging love song. Girl, ain't nobody. I'm asleep. This is not a Valentine's Day special, girl. Let's go. Lily said she felt like she walked into Magic City with all the damn bikinis and stuff. So they have their personal style. They said make sure we get our personal style, and they get measured and everything like that. So now they start talking about the music list. How we want to end the show. Xscape has more followers. Are those people going to buy tickets and go to the show? Are all of your followers, Candy, going to buy tickets? Candy has what, 16? How many followers Candy has on? She has a lot. I think she has the most out of everybody, Candy. Let's see. I can't. What's wrong with my oh wait, hold on, let me start Instagram over again. Okay, let's see. Candy. Sugar Mama, 10 million followers. Out of those 10 million followers, 20% of those people are actually engaged on her page. Out of that 20% of people engaged on those page, those people live all over the world. So how many of that 20% do you think are going to buy a ticket to go see Xscape? So this 10 million followers means nothing. It really doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. I know that because you can make a lot of money on social media, but the only way you are going to make money is if those people are engaged and clicking on links, and that translates into $1. That's it. So out of the 20% of people who are active, out of those 10 million people, those 20% live all over the world. And are those people going to buy one ticket to go see Candy? Okay, exactly. I'm just saying. They should have 90 million records sold since they got so many followers. That's what one of them said. Exactly. How come y'all don't have more records sold? Exactly. I'm not worried about a piano in the room. We're not on that industry shit. We're not on that industry shit. We share a dressing room. I guess they all have individual dressing room. I think Candy and Tiny share a dressing room, and the sisters share a dressing room, from what I've heard before. But we not on that industry shit. We not doing all of that stuff. Y'all doing the most. And for Candy and Tiny to be like, we don't really need this stuff, they really are doing the most. They really are doing the most, even though y'all don't need it, right? So that's where that goes. Xscape said Tiny said we don't get on stage and just sing. Well, a lot of people who listen, I'm not saying that y'all don't have talent, because you do, because Tiny can sing her goddamn ass off. But bitch, if you just got on stage and sung, people would still enjoy the show. Y'all want to look like Soul on Ice. That's what y'all want to look like. Girl, we come in here to sing. That's what we sisters with voices. That's what we're showing. We're not trying to show you our titties. We're not trying to show you our ass and legs and nothing. You came here for our voices. That's what you came here for. And that's what people want to hear. We don't give a damn that you look like you about to do a pirouette on some ice skates, girl. We don't care. We don't care. It's becoming too much and it's frustrating. And then Tamika's going back and forth like somebody was acting like a child. Girl, no. Girl, go away with that. Ain't nobody acting like a child. She was like, that's how you acting. Girl, was a mess. She says, we can just do our sets and be done with it because it's getting on my nerves. She said, well, it just sounds like the sisterhood is out the window. She said, it's been out the window. And she's like, ego can, I'm sure we all got egos, but ego can get your ass kicked. And that's what it is. Tasha was like, I'm over it. This is not what I signed up for. No, it's definitely not what you signed up for. You signed up to make yourself relevant again so that you can get a record deal down at Motown. We know what you signed up for, Tasha Scott. Okay. Xscape meets in the studio. So they said Tiny said we're gonna have a court case today. Well, homegirl had Tamika had her file folder. They all meet up. Promoter Rocky and Rocky is getting a kickback from the promoter for booking the women. So she said, here are the text message. They showing the text messages. Y'all gonna believe text messages? Girl, what are we supposed to believe? You think that Tamika was like, that's his number. That's his number. That's his number. Every month, all money should be placed on the table. Everybody, how the money is being distributed needs to be placed on the table. Rocky and his shenanigans, he should not be getting a kickback as if he's their manager and he's setting up shows to make sure it's all four of them, right? And then he gets a kickback. And then even in the text messages, he says, I showed my wife. Now, he could be lying, because one thing that does happen in the music industry, niggas will lie to each other and sit across from each other, send text message and just tell bold-faced lies. So he could have said, yeah, my wife, I showed my wife that you already sent 10K so to let her know that you were for real, and he may not have shown her anything, right? He may be using his wife as a tool in the game that he's playing because she is part of this group. But the text messages were there, and Tasha was like, you gonna believe these text messages? Yes, girl, that's his number. That's Rocky's number. That's the promoter's number. That's what it is. He said he spoke to you about it. And that's what Tiny said. All the money needs to be on the table. Anybody making any kind of money, it all needs to be on the table. And so she gets on the phone. She was like, Rock, what you calling him for? He gonna lie? What's the point of calling somebody who's just gonna lie about it? So that it ends like that. It says to be continued, and then the next one is the show, and that's where we're gonna end the season and hopefully the series. And because honestly, I have to say that the response that they are getting from this show, I do not think that they wanted it to be as divisive as it is. It has been so divisive, so ugly. The people are disrespecting Tiny, Candy, Tasha, Tamika, Lily, Coco, and Taj. People are being very disrespectful. And for what? You know, you don't have to take a side. You can have your preference. Like I said, I prefer SWV over Xscape, but why get into it with Candy and Tiny and all this other stuff? Why is Zonique arguing with Lily? Like, girl, this is ridiculous. And then why does it always have to be this drama and this disgusting energy around music, R&B, rhythm and blues, a scene? Why are y'all arguing with people in the comments? Why are y'all fighting for, like, we're Team Candy? You sound fucking ridiculous. You guys sound ridiculous. You act like Candy can't say anything wrong. Candy gets on as soon as the episode goes off, while the credits are still rolling, she's premiering her side of the story. So she gets to direct a narrative. I hate that word, but she gets to direct this narrative around it, and everybody just takes her word for it. And nobody else is making, you know, any videos about it. Some of it, like SWV, they do like lives or whatever. Every now and again, I see like Taj does a live or something, and it's on somebody posted on YouTube, but they're just talking about the show and stuff. I don't know. I really am disappointed in the response, and I don't know why the viewership has to always turn something that should have been enjoyable into something so fucking ugly. And it's ugly, and I hope they don't come back with another season of it. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.